Live from Appleton, it's APTV.
Welcome to APTV, episode 516 for Thursday, November 16th, 2023.
This week we have banter, news, updates, some special mailers coming up, luxurious Lamys, a postal pen, a contest winner, a new contest, and absolutely nothing that is coming soon.
That's not exactly true.
It never is.
It never is.
It never is.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Brian.
You know, I used to know a lot of jokes about retired people. Mm-hmm. They don't work anymore.
Cute. That's very cute. I want to know how many of you out there who watch the podcast share Brian's jokes. So in the comments, I do want to know, do you share them? Do you share them with your coworkers, with your kids, with your parents? I'm just curious.
It's probably a lot of people.
I know. I want to know.
When I see people at the shows, they always tell me.
When I see people, they always tell me they love your jokes.
I know. See?
I know.
You're the only one.
Well, you know, sometimes they're groaners. But anyway, I want to know. I'm just curious who you share them with.
Today, Thursday,
Yes.
November 16th, is International Day for Tolerance. This is the annual day declared by UNESCO in 1995 to generate public awareness of the dangers of intolerance.
Cool.
Yes.
Do you know what else today is?
What else is today?
Thursday, November 16th, or it's not today, but Thursday, is also our 10-year anniversary of opening our first store.
That's right.
November 16th, I believe it was a Saturday.
Yes. I remember that day well.
Yes.
Completely unprepared.
No, we had no idea.
2013.
Yes. We opened our first store on College Ave and had our first customers, and it was...
Our first complaint customer?
Yeah. It was also, I think that same week, we had somebody steal a pen and you chased him down the street.
Yes, I chased him down the street.
But...
That's never good. That was the stupidest thing I've ever done, pretty much.
Over a $5 clearance table Retro 51.
It was a Retro 51.
Yep.
Yes.
But anyway, so Thursday, November 16th is officially our store 10-year anniversary. So That's pretty cool.
All right.
And then Saturday, November 18th is National Adoption Day. The goal of this day is to raise awareness of the more than 113,000 children waiting to be adopted from foster care in the United States. We have a vintage mailer going out tomorrow. We've switched up how we're doing these, so we have one going out tomorrow, and there are some really cool new things in there.
Yes. So...
Are you going to tell us about some of those,
yes.
or are you just going to surprise us?
No. We actually have, in addition to a recap of some of the other vintage that we have in stock, there are going to be at least 28 new vintage pens released tomorrow. Give you a sneak preview of some of those today because they're pretty cool.
Is there anything I want?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I doubt it. I don't know. This one's pretty cool.
I don't need any more pens.
This is, we've got a platinum pocket pen. This is in the ginkgo leaf pattern.
Oh, see, without my
yellow and
glasses
green.
on, it looked like umbrellas.
They look like little manta rays.
They do.
Actually.
That's
They look
cute.
like little manta rays. But, gold nib, transparent feed. Really, really super cool pen.
I love those transparent feeds.
It's got a little wabi-sabi going on in the back of the cap, but if it's going to be wabi-sabi going, it's on the back of the cap is the way to go. This one I think is super cool. This is by a company called Teikin, Teikin, if I spelled that correctly. Actually, believed to possibly have been made by Sailor. They do take Sailor cartridges, but gold fill version. But what makes this pen super cool, and I have 3 pens similar to this. They're not all gold fill. This has essentially a 2-way nib. It has a feed on both sides, so it writes fine on one side, and then upside down it writes extra fine.
So sort of like the old 180.
Like an old Parker 180. That's correct. Yep. It's a gold-plated steel nib, but writes really well. Really super cool pen. So I've got that one. Plus I have 2 others in champagne. This one, what not to love about this. Sailor, as some of you may know, was the very first manufacturer of pocket pens in Japan. It was not Pilot, it was not Platinum, but Sailor came out with the pocket pen in 1963.
What a fun clip.
This one here is an early pen. This is actually from 1964, so the first full year, but in burgundy with that early clip that goes all the way back. So we've got one of those guys. I've got a nice full-size Pilot Custom. This is an early custom. No number associated with it, but really pretty nice and a lovely solid gold nib. It's actually got a little bit of spring to it. It's not flexible, but a little bit of spring to it. Got two more in this
That's
box.
so pretty.
This one I discovered in the basement. Parker 75 in the Thuya Brown color. Got your classic Parker 75 nib.
I do like those. That's a nice size, a nice weight.
I like this ribbing on the top.
Yep.
Yeah, and a nice snap cap. It's really a good-looking pen. It's no wonder it was around for a long time. The next one is very unusual. This is a Parker 45.
Fun color.
What would you call this? Lavender?
Like a lavender, yeah, or
Lavender.
a lilac.
This is made in Argentina. No cap band, nothing. It's all plastic cap, but really super cool color. That one is quite unusual. When I saw that, I had to grab that. And moving.
I love that you have to grab it, but you no longer have to keep them all.
Yeah, no. I actually own one Parker 45.
Okay.
That's it. It is one of my favorite pens, but I own one. It's orange and it has a stub nib, which admittedly is kind of awful. It needs some help, but it's orange and it's very hard to find an orange pen. So I've got a couple more here that are of interest. 45 Flighter, a really super cool pen. I don't know what more to say about a Flighter. Stainless steel with a nice steel nib. I got a couple of those.
Classic pen.
This one is very nice, a deluxe 45 with the gold-filled cap. This lovely burgundy. This one is darn near new old stock. I mean, you can just see how well it shines. 14 karat gold nib. Very nice. And last but not least, one of, count them, 3 that we'll be offering. Parker 45 Signets, or sometimes they're called Insignias. Gold fill. This was the top of the line 45 for the day. This one here, and these all 3 of them that we have 14 karat gold nibs. This one, we actually have 2 that have broad nibs.
Oh, wow.
This one's actually marked medium, but holy cow, does it write like a broad. 2 of them, they do have engravings on the little cartouche area, but it's really, if your initials are LWB, you're in luck. We have 2 different, actually distinct patterns on these as well. So these have fine lines, and then I have others that have 5 lines separated by a space, which is kind of a different look. But this one is fantastic, nice broad nib, really a good looking 45. So
somebody please buy that so Brian doesn't keep it.
I have one, but it never occurred to me that they made more than one pattern.
Oh, and now you know.
And so now I know. That's also code for you're not getting to keep one.
You don't need to keep everything.
I don't need to keep everything. That is correct.
I have that on video.
Yes, I need to keep most things. So those are all new. Those will show up in the mailer on Friday morning.
Excellent.
Roughly 9 o'clock. Astute buyers will know to be checking the website beforehand. And if you saw any of the ones that we showed here today, you can call the store, and we can sell it to you over the phone before Friday. So that's the vintage mailer for tomorrow.
Also, watch your inbox on Monday for a secret mailer that we can't talk about yet, but there will be something special going on Monday. That starts.
I was a little surprised it's actually Monday. I didn't realize that until I was looking at the calendar yesterday, and I was like, why does this start on Monday? But it starts.
I'll take it.
It starts on Monday. So
all right.
Now that you're completely confused.
What vegetable is cool but not that cool? A radish.
We have a spotlight this week on Lamy Lux.
I love these.
These are cool pens, really super cool. This is kind of the supercharged version of the All-Star.
I know. I was excited when these first came out several years ago because I'm a huge fan of anything rose gold.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
They're just a super high class version. They've got the shiny clips, matching clips.
The color matching clip.
And then you've got the color matching top jewel.
A little bit of bling. And
a special nib.
Yes, a special nib, which is black plated
and it's got the lined outline.
Slightly different design.
Yep.
Now, the regular Lamy nibs will fit on these, but they also come in a cool tube.
It matches.
I know, I love these.
Yeah.
Now, when they first came out, it was the rose gold, a gold, the ruthenium,
And palladium.
and the palladium. And then they eliminated the gold, which I thought was a good move. And they brought in what they call the maroon, or the right, which is a brown.
Now, we still do have a couple of the gold in ballpoints.
Yes.
Ballpoints. So if you like the gold, we do have that. But nice. And that nib too. The other thing with the nib is it's different from the standard black because it's a more highly polished nib. So it looks, along with everything else, it just really completes the look. It's really a nice looking.
Makes a great gift. And of course, the tube.
The tube is worth, it's priced a little bit higher than the regular All-Star, but the tube is really worth.
But the tube also functions as a pen stand.
Little pen stand, carrying case,
Which is great. So these are fun. I like the rose gold and I like the maroon.
So, super. Also, we have.
I love these. I was a little surprised that these did not blow out immediately when they first came out.
I don't think people are thankful.
Well, that's harsh. Harsh.
Of course, we're talking about the Retro 51.
Wow.
U.S. Postal Service, thank you, Rollerballs. The stamps, they have the little.
These are, I love the colors. I love that these are kind of a muted color. It's not the same as like the classic lacquer in your primary colors. And so these are the thank you stamp, but they have just such a pretty design on them.
They're nice. They're real nice.
These would make a great gift.
I like that blue-gray one.
Christmas is coming, the blue-gray.
Color.
And then I do like the purple.
Is this purple? That's purple or blue?
That's purple.
It looks blue to me.
Well, one is blue-gray, one is purple, one is maroon, and one is green. But these are absolutely gorgeous. And then they do say thank you in script. And then they also have the thank you stamp.
Yeah, this one.
When these first came out, I agonized over which one I wanted. And it's still between the blue-gray, the purple, or the green.
This one I think is this burgundy, this red is really kind of outstanding.
Yeah,
the color matches very well.
I really like that it's not your classic bright red, bright blue, bright green. Just very soft and very, very pretty. So I just we were picking out things to talk about, and I just don't think that those get enough love.
Of course, they take the standard. Short capless rollerball refill, which everybody loves, and I still think to this day, I think this is the coolest pen ever, the Retro 51, because it takes two completely different kinds of refills.
Yes,
it's the only pen I know of on the market that will take a short capless and a Parker style refill. There's no other pen that takes two different kinds of refills. So, if you're traveling and you can't get the short capless just anywhere, you can get it from us, obviously. But if you're traveling and you run out, you can go to any office supply store in an emergency and you can get yourself a Parker style ballpoint refill.
Yeah. And then, of course, on the top, you've got this little, looks like a 4-leaf clover, but just absolutely, I guess it's a flower. Just really, really gorgeous.
Yeah, it's real pretty. It's a great gift idea.
But, the other thing with retro is that they come out with, they have their core line, and then they come out with the new poppers and all of that. And I think some of these other things sometimes get overlooked.
They get pushed aside. Yeah. So those are cool.
I'm writing a book about glue, but I'm stuck on the first chapter.
We had a contest last week.
We did. Clearly, either we're hungry or we're gearing up for Thanksgiving.
We're gearing, because isn't it next week?
It is.
It's next week.
I know. I'm very excited.
Oh, my goodness. With Thanksgiving on the horizon, should pumpkin pie, of course, this is a highly scientific survey, should pumpkin pie be served with or without whipped cream? Eric Linneman, how you doing, Eric? Please, if God didn't want us to have whipped cream on pumpkin pie, he wouldn't have invented it. Yes, absolutely. With whipped cream.
Okay.
And ice cream.
Maggie 52 says pumpkin pie shouldn't be served at all.
Controversial.
Ooh, not a fan of pumpkin anything.
Wow, okay. Well, I mean,
You know what? I bet somebody else will eat her pumpkin pie.
And she's not too far off. I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
Pumpkin and anything else, forget it.
Okay.
It's like coffee flavored anything. Coffee is in coffee, not
ice cream, yogurt.
Oh, coffee flavored ice cream just is disgusting. So she's not far off. So like these pumpkin spice latte stuff that you get every season. No, pumpkin shakes. No.
Okay.
But
all right.
So she's got a point.
Okay.
Melanie, how do you pronounce this? Botel?
Yep.
The correct answer is ice cream on warm pecan pie. Now, see, that's a good option, too. I do love pecan pie.
Okay. Well, Garrett's bringing pumpkin, and Lindsay and Michael are bringing apple. So if you want that changed to anything, you better.
Well, we can bring pecan.
We could.
We haven't had pecan in a while. That's
all right.
We haven't had that in a long time.
Okay. Well, we can run to the store today.
If we do it today, we're going to eat it before next week.
Isn't that? We're going to test it.
No, we're going to do it.
All right. John C. says, I don't like corporal punishment, so I won't ever whip cream. Misbehaving cream gets a time out in the corner of the kitchen instead. Laugh out loud. That's a good point.
Jane Pilecki says, love your haircut, Lisa.
Thank you.
As for pumpkin pie, it should be served with whipped cream because it is dessert. If it doesn't have whipped cream on it, it's just squash pie, and you can have it as a side dish at dinner. I really enjoy your videos.
That's
side dish at dinner. We should have pumpkin pie as a side. That's a great idea.
Pumpkin pie as a side. But then you don't put whipped cream or ice cream on it. Then it's just like a pumpkin quiche.
Great.
Okay.
Fantastic. Great.
All right. Corinne Ewan says, great show this week. Lisa's hair is fabulous. Thank you. I'm still getting used to it. It's kind of weird. These are some gorgeous vintage pens. Yes. And I eat my pumpkin pie just like Brian, completely covered in whipped cream and ice cream on the side.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only way to do it, really. Two scoops. And
two scoops.
Yes, 2 scoops. And if you have different kinds of ice cream, and vanilla needs to be one of them, of course.
Well,
I'm not much of a chocolate ice cream fan.
Eric is in charge of ice cream, and I know he's bringing both vanilla and chocolate. So you've
2 scoops of vanilla.
Okay. All right.
Jennifer Koopman says, with whipped cream, of course, necessary to offset the extra crust.
Oh, the crust is awesome. I love the crust.
I just found your channel today. I've been in the shop before. So cool you were posting. Thank you.
Heart of Lynn says, I saw you at the show. It was Saturday morning, and you were in the corner of the small room. That would be Brian. I was home working. I would have said hello, but you were deep in conversation with the vendor, the one with the young guy that was giving off Clark Kent vibes. So I got to figure out who that is.
I'm not sure who that was, actually. Saturday morning, I was only there for like 2 hours.
The Ohio show was my first show ever. Probably not your last. Sorry, not sorry. And I almost had an encounter with fountain pen royalty. Aw. And pumpkin pie absolutely should be served with lots of whipped cream.
No,
yes.
Absolutely. Next time, just come up and say hi.
Yes. Please interrupt him because there's probably some deal going on.
Well, there's always a deal going on. There's always a deal.
I want to know who the guy was.
I'm not sure. Originally, we were thinking it would have been
George Romakis.
Our friend George.
Is
but
he tall and skinny?
I don't think I saw him on Saturday.
But there are a whole lot of young guys with glasses at pen shows.
Well, I'm a young guy with glasses, so am I giving off the Clark Kent vibe?
You made Justin laugh. Yes.
Should I take offense to that? But yeah, so I'll have to figure out who that was. But anyway.
Okay.
We did have a winner?
Yes. Karen Holden, and Karen's comment was, great podcast, love the history of the old pens. Thanks. Karen, you can write to Eric at andersonpens.com, and he will get you your $20 store credit on your account. We have a new contest/survey, not Thanksgiving related. So
We kind of did that backwards, didn't we?
No.
Or were we just getting prep in?
I think we're just getting prep. We started with the whole potato wars because that was a thing.
Well,
and
yeah,
then it just kind of like,
yeah.
what else can we do?
Yeah, Lindsay told me what she's bringing.
Ooh, is it good?
Well, I kind of threw in a subtle
don't do McDonald's.
No.
McDonald's is closed on Thanksgiving
They're
Day,
gonna do
so
something. They're
the
gonna do
kids
something
can't
good.
just drive through McDonald's and bring enough McDonald's
I
fries.
just threw in a suggestion to throw bacon in.
Bacon. Tater tots and
mashed
bacon?
potatoes and bacon.
I think
Anything
Michael's
with bacon
cooking,
is good.
so
Yeah, I know. No. So anyway.
All right. New contest. Do you save your empty ink bottles? And if so, which bottle is your favorite? Do you reuse them? Do you decant from a bottle you don't like into one of your favorites? Or what do you do if you save empty bottles? I wanted to talk about
Those are cute.
these.
They're nice.
These
They're nice.
are from the Diamine Blue and Red edition.
Blue and red edition, yeah.
And, 4 feet. How adorable.
They're 4 feet tall.
They have 4 feet. I'm just going to ignore you. How adorable
That's
are
cute.
these
These are
bottles?
great. They're
These are great. These are just some of my favorites. So if you haven't looked at or considered empty bottles, consider them.
We do sell them.
We do sell a lot.
And they're super inexpensive.
Yes.
I mean, some
So-
of the fancier bottles are a little bit more expensive, but
Also, one of my other favorites is the Sailor, the 50 mil now come in this cube.
it's classy.
Ask me why I like this.
Why do you like this?
Because it's sturdy.
It's sturdy. Yeah.
I am very clumsy. And so if a bottle is tall and tippy, I will knock it over when I am refilling a pen. So I love that this is very solid, very sturdy.
Decent
I'm
cap.
decent cap with some ridges. So
It's faceted, yeah, so you
it's
can grab it,
faceted,
yeah.
so it's not going to slip in your hand. I hate that when caps are either too short or too slippery, and you can't turn them.
Yeah, we actually have some customers here that we have one customer that whenever she buys a bottle of ink, we have to open it for her because they're impossible to get open.
Yeah. So anyway, these are some of my favorites, but look at that.
I got my all-time favorite ink bottle the other day.
Yeah.
The old Visconti
You
V-bottle
did.
in glass.
I know. Just be careful not to knock those over.
Oh no, I'm not going to use it. It's
Okay.
I've wanted one forever.
Yes.
And so someone was gracious enough to bring in a
Yeah.
selection of bottles, and there was one of those in there. So
Yep. But definitely check out the empty bottles. We also have sometimes vintage empty bottles, like the Schaefer with the bird's nest well and things like that.
yeah, so
about
let
it.
us know in the comment section. One commenter will be chosen at random to win a $20 credit on his or her Anderson Pens account.
Thanks for joining us. Tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
You can check us out on social media as Anderson Pens, and like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.